My name is Alonzo Allen, and I am running for Georgetown City Council. I retired from Toyota in the year 2013. After retiring from Toyota, I went to work for the University of Kentucky, and I taught lean manufacturing for 6 years. In 2019, I started my own business, which is Lean Consulting, so I'm a small business owner. I decided to run for City Council because I'm concerned about the growth that we're experiencing here in Georgetown. Georgetown, as many people know, is the fastest growing county for many, many years now, and with that growth comes pains and challenges. I'm really good at long-term planning. At Toyota, I learned how to do the planning. I was a project manager and learned how to do mid, short-term, and long-term planning. That is a necessary skill for the City Council. As I look back over the year 2000, we had 18,000 citizens here in Scott County, here in Georgetown. Today, in the year 2020, we had 37,000 citizens. So we've doubled in size in 20 years. So again, with that, we need to make sure that we're doing long-term planning. In my opinion, up to now, we've been doing reactionary planning. We can't afford to be reactionary. We have to look at long-term plans, and we have to have good planning skills on council. With the growth and the challenges that we see, some of those challenges would be the infrastructure issues. Many people know there's a lot of sewer issues that we're dealing with. So from a long-term planning perspective, we need to make sure that we've got the sewer capacity and we've got the plans in place to accommodate the growth. I would like to work with GMWSS to help accommodate that. Looking back at my background, I've been involved in the community extensively for the last 20 years. I've been on several boards. I'm a volunteer for the Machi mentoring program for the last 5 years. Some of the boards I've been on, the library board, the hospital board, BCTC Foundation Board, Scott United, so I give back in many different ways. I also participated in Leadership Scott County, Leadership Central Kentucky, and then last year I participated in Leadership Kentucky, which is 50 people across the state of Kentucky were elected, and I was fortunate enough to be one of those individuals. I got to travel from Ashland to Paducah and see some of the things that were going on in different communities. And I learned some of the things that we could bring back to this community to help us as we continue to grow. I want to talk about quality of life a little bit. In Woodford County, they have something called the Falling Springs Center. And inside there is a theater. That theater houses about, I think, maybe 500 to 1,000 seats. That would be something ideal to bring to Georgetown where we could host some concerts or different plays or things of that nature. So those are some things I'm looking at from the quality of life perspective. Additionally, with some of the challenges that we see here in Georgetown are employment. We're about 56% manufacturing base. I'd like to see the economy be diversified. We've got FedEx coming in, which helps with some of that diversification, but I'd like to see other things such as healthcare, high-paying tech jobs, things of that nature. So we need to be out recruiting for those types of jobs as well. As we know, affordable housing is an issue. I've got some ideas and thoughts on creative ways to help address the affordable housing issue. One of those ways would be to look at a nonprofit organization that's already here in Scott County, work with them so that they can build, instead of 2 houses a year, maybe 10 houses a year or 20 houses a year. Again, those are just some creative ways to look at it and bring everybody else into this picture so that we're solving this problem together. Some of the other challenges that I see is with law enforcement. The FBI standard says for every 1,000 people you need 2 officers. We're at 37,000 citizens, so we should need 74 officers. We're a little bit below that right now. We need to come up with creative ways to get law enforcement back at par and also look at compensation package for law enforcement. Additionally, with fire department, we got to look at that as well. So I will look at the revenue streams for the city, find out ways to help support law enforcement and the fire department. As far as our youth, I've been meeting with some of the youth here in Georgetown and asking them what would they like to see that would keep them here, that would keep them engaged in healthy things. And I've been getting some interesting things. I think we need to continue to tap into the youth and create things that our youth can be engaged in that are going to be healthy for our youth. Also, I would look at development fees and impact fees. By looking at these fees, it gives more people an opportunity to be engaged in solving the problem. My name is Alonzo Allen, and I am running for Georgetown City Council. Thank you.